Welcome back, guys. In today's video, we're going to discuss the quarterback situation or dilemma of the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are in a dilemma of should they continue with Tua? Should they not continue with Tua? Do they have a contingency plan for Tua and his injury history? We know that Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer have gotten a vote of confidence from owner Stephen Ross. Tua will be the starting quarterback in 2025, but it's still a dilemma because the trenches have not been fixed. We'll see if they'll fix it during the offseason, but the trenches have not been fixed. They have not had a good backup plan or contingency plan in terms of who will be backing up Tua Tagovailoa, and they haven't even drafted another QB with talent to possibly take over the position if they eventually move on from Tua Tagovailoa. I'm going to start off this video by reading an article from Eva Geertrum. She spoke to Tua's dad and his concerns about his son battling the concussions that he's had throughout his NFL career and throughout his career overall. Tua has only played one full season during his entire football career. I'm not only talking NFL, I'm talking his entire football career. And that was in 2023. He's had an injury history in high school and in Alabama. He's also had an injury history in Alabama. He had several injuries in Alabama. The major one was the hip surgery that he needed to have done. And as we know, he's had issues with the hip this past season in the NFL, and he was out twice this past season. And one of them was a concussion. So let me go ahead and read to you this article, and we'll go ahead from there, and then I'll go ahead and give you some numbers on some research I did in terms of how the Dolphins have done with Tua and without Tua under Mike McDaniel and under Brian Flores. The Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffered a concussion in the Week 2 loss to the Buffalo Bills. Many former NFL players and pundits question if the quarterback should retire from football due to his lengthy history with head injuries. Tua's Tagovailoa's most recent concussion kept him sidelined for over a month after returning in Week 7. The quarterback quickly shut down any speculation of thoughts of retirement. It never stuck in my mind that I was ever thinking of retiring. Tagovailoa told ESPN, whether the doctors told me that or not, it would have just been information for me. Though Tagovailoa remains adamant about playing football, his dad, Galu Tagovailoa, admits it's not easy watching his son endure these types of injuries. It's tough for any parent to go through something like this, Galu told ESPN on Honolulu this week. As a father, you're like, man, you got to take care of yourself, of your health. That's the most important thing. You have a family. I have two beautiful grandkids. That's something I've got to talk to him about. Ultimately, Galu knows decisions regarding Tua's career remain up to his son and his family. Tua is now married. He has his own family, and these are some of the toughest things that he's going to have to deal with in his life to decide whether he's going to continue or the game is something that he loves. Guys, it says or the game. I'll show you. You'll see it during the upload in YouTube. But it really, I believe it should say for the game. Tua Tagovailoa, Dad, I love this game, and I will die on the field for this game. Galu father of Tua, spoke to ESPN Honolulu about Tua Tagovailoa's decision to not retire following his concussion and conversations they had as a family. This is a post from Twitter that Fins Extra posted about it, and that's what Tua told his dad. So there you go with the article from Eva Guthrum from Sports Illustrated, and what his dad thought about it. Let me see if there's anything else to say here. Oh yeah, what has helped reassure Galoo is seeing how much his son loves and wants to continue to playing football. One of the things that I talked to him about when he was going through his concussion was, what do you think? And Tua is like, Dad, I love the game and I will die on the field for this game. Tua grew up in a way that everything is just so competitive. Galoo recalled, he just does not want to leave the game. Tua loves it. That answers everything for me. That's what Galoo said, his father. Tua grew up, which I already read that, guys. Tua grew up that in a way that everything is so competitive. You don't want to leave the game. The kid loves the game. All right, guys. Now I'm going to read to you some stats on how the Fins have fared with Tua and without Tua, both under Brian Flores and Mike McDaniel. And then we'll go from there, guys. And then I'll go to Spot Track and tell you my thoughts of what will happen, not only with Tua for 2025 and beyond, possibly. Guys, under Brian Flores with Tua, Brian Flores was 12-7. Without Tua, they were 7-7. With Tua under Mike McDaniel, when he finishes and starts a game, they're 25-14. Under Mike McDaniel, without Tua, either not playing or not finishing a game, they're 3-8. Overall, Tua with the Fins, his overall record is 37-21. Anyone else starting for the Fins, they're 10-15. Guys, it's clear Tua is a good quarterback. Is he elite? No. Do I think he should have been drafted 5 when he was drafted 4 years ago? No, because of his injury history. His injury history and his availability is what worries me. Is he a good quarterback? Can he win games? Yes. But it's not about winning games. It's about also winning the big games. And Tua has not proven that he can win the big games, guys. Options at backup NFL. Options at backup in terms of NFL veterans that I would look at if I was Chris Greer or Mike McDaniel this season as a solid contingency plan, and are Andy Dalton, Snoop Huntley, which he was already in Miami, but can we win consistently with Snoop Huntley? That's still a question. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, both of those were in Pittsburgh this past season. Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold. I don't believe Sam Darnold will be available. I believe Sam Darnold will be asking for starting quarterback money based on the season he had with the Vikings. But that's a name I put on the list. Jameis Winston, Drew Lock, and Mason Rudolph. Leave comments down below of those choices I just mentioned. Who you think the Dolphins should sign as a contingency plan to Tua getting hurt, and who would be able to run Mike McDaniel's system if Tua were to get hurt. Mike McDaniel, in my opinion, should dumb down his system for any backup quarterback because it's very convoluted and very hard to pick up in a couple weeks, even a couple months. You got to be in the system for 2 to 3 years. Also, the Dolphins should draft a quarterback, in my opinion. Do I think Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel will draft a quarterback, in my opinion? No, because they're on the hot seat, the extremely hot seat. So I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback, but they should draft a quarterback. If they were to draft a quarterback, here are my top 3 NFL QB prospects that, in my opinion, they should target. Number 1, Jackson Dart. Number 2, Jalen Milroe. And number 3, Kevin Jennings. Jackson Dart played for Ole Miss. Jalen Milroe played for Alabama. Kevin Jennings played in a playoff contending SMU team. All 3 quarterbacks are more mobile than the current 2 that we have. So, to me, you should have a contingency plan on top of the contingency plan. The Dolphins should sign a NFL veteran quarterback and should draft an NFL high prospect in the 2nd or 3rd round, in my opinion. We'll see what they do. Keep in mind, Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel might not be here next year, so they might not draft a QB due to the fact that they're on the hot seat. Keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go to Spot Track and give you another reason as to why I believe we won't get rid of Tua for 2025. And if Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer survive 2025, why the best year to get rid of them is next offseason in 2026. Guys, if we were to get rid of Tua pre-June 1st, the cap hit will be $83 million with a savings of $44 million. For 2025. Post June 1st for 2025, a cap hit would be $38 million. With a dead cap hit of $45 million. If we were to trade to a pre-June 1st, the dead cap hit would be $58 million with a savings of $19 million. If we were to trade to in 2025, the dead cap hit would be $13 million. Post June 1st. So basically what I'm telling you here is Tua is staying for 2025. In 2026, which is the best year for an out. I mean, you can finagle it, trust me. Russell Wilson left the Broncos with money in his contract and he played for Pittsburgh. It can work. But I don't think Chris Greer or Mike McDaniel have the balls. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. In 2026, we look at 2026, pre-June 1st release, that cap it $45 million. Savings $11 million. Post June 1st, that cap hit $13 million. Savings $31 million. Well, no, that's 20. I'm sorry. Savings for 2026, $43 million. So the best time to release Tua would be 2026 and beyond. Again, they're not going to release him. If a new regime comes in, that will most likely happen, but they will not release him. Now, will they have a good contingency plan? Will they bring a veteran quarterback in? That's still up in the air. Will they draft a QB? It's a 50-50 shot that they draft a QB. Now, will they draft a good QB, a mobile QB, not only a pocket passer? That's a 50-50 shot. We'll see what happens. I don't think they'll draft a QB because, like I said, they're on the hot seat. It might be their last year in Miami. So it is what it is. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, if they will draft a QB, if they will sign a veteran QB, and who will they sign? Who do you want them to sign? Let me know down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, guys, if you want custom cups, custom keychains, or custom candles, check out my website, rollingwithcarlos.com. Guys, also, YouTube merch will be coming soon to rollingwithcarlos.com. Stay on your grind, stay positive. Remember, you're one of a kind, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.